toggle the camera.
Alright, we're live.
Got it?
So yeah, to all those in chat, welcome to the Dota University SCA Spies and Sabotage Tournament, Day 1, Game 1. Alright, looking at the brackets so far, for the first game, we have Team Minguins, captained by Buds, against Team BeastMasters, captained by, surprisingly, Beastmasters. Beastmaster. Open bracket Sam, close bracket Sam, close bracket. Do you see the list of teams? Check SCA announcements if you want. We could probably start off by talking a little bit about the teams, and then we'll move on to maybe the rules or the the rules and the contracts, what the tournament's gonna be like, etc., etc. Camera?
Yep.
Oh, okay, yes,
yeah.
you're here. Okay,
Sorry,
cool.
I'm
You
still
you went all
I'm
completely quiet. So
yeah, I was trying to set everything up. I just don't want to have anything wrong in my setup. Sorry.
nah, it's all good. That's all good, man. This is the first time for all of us, I think. Uh, Let me just check where our overlay person is. But yeah, do you have access to the rules, by the way? Should I send them over to you as well?
Yeah, just resend everything in DMs.
Yep. Let me just get it over to you real quick then. All right. There we go. So I've just sent you over the sabotages that are available to the team. Well, not all of them. A select few will be shown to them at the start of every match for them to buy, and certain rules that will also come into effect depending on what the admins decide on, and they're all things that will affect the game in various ways, such as there was one that was, what was it, stopping all, you were not allowed to enter the river before the 10-minute mark, or League of Legends, which is not being able to deny a creep before the 5-minute mark. Quite a couple of interesting ones there for sure.
And also, there's one where you can basically force the enemy team to not get the Aegis on a specific hero. So let's say you want to ban them, their course, their mid hero to the offlaner, you can just ban them from completely getting the Aegis throughout the whole match.
Yep, there are definitely some really interesting implications for some of these sabotages or rules that would definitely change how teams will have to approach the game, or give a advantage that can't be foreseen, actually. Sometimes it's honestly just difficult saying exactly how a sabotage will affect the game. But yeah, so looking at the teams, on Team Minguins, we have Buds, Tomato Bender, Yunkajitsu, Crystal Mayhem, and Quirky. On Team Beastmasters, we have Beastmaster, Fark, Mango Pickle, I'm just gonna call him General, and Full Mental. Right? Do you have any initial thoughts about the two teams? Any favorites going into this, or any particular player or hero we should look out for?
For me personally, not. I don't have a preference for now, because most of the students that I coach quite frequently apparently it's on game 2 and not here. So yes, but I can vouch for two person that I know quite decently, which is Buds and Shadowbender. Both of them being tier 4, which is the highest tier in what we have in the server before you graduate and become a full-fledged working body Dota player. But yes, so I'm looking forward to see the performance from those two. Shadowbender, I'm guessing, is the position 1 in their team, and also Buds being either their 4 or their 5.
Okay. I will say I have observed Team Minguins, right? And it does look like Buds is their offlaner, actually. and they are
Ooh, all
going to
right,
have
changing positions.
Yonkajitsu on mid, Tomato Bender on one, obviously, and then Crystal Mayhem, and
Crystal
Quirky as
Mayhem.
their supports. I have not seen Team Beastmasters practice yet or play yet, so it's gonna be interesting how they decide to orientate their team. But I do believe that we both agree that Fark is a deadly position 4, right? Especially on that Rubik.
Oh yeah. Honestly, respect Ben Rubik. I've seen some misspell stills, right? Like the only thing that I could give out for Fark was he, even though he's good at Rubik, sometimes he's way too overly excited when he has the Rubik. As in, like, I've seen him trying to 1v1 a Bat Rider using Firefly, even though he doesn't have Napalm. And that was probably one of the most funny thing I've watched in quite a while in the lobbies. So it's just basically, there's like tier one dire side, right? And
Yeah.
there's the small cam on top, and there's like a small ledge in between where you can't really move unless you have unobstructed pathing.
Uh-huh.
So both of them are just burning each other in that small gap, and just trying to get one up on each other. Just like moving back and forth, moving back and forth, back and forth. Sadly, he didn't realize that most of the damage from a Batfighter is coming from Napalm. So yes, for all you folks who actually aren't from Dota Uni, surprisingly, we're basically a server that host lobbies and tournaments apparently now, for people who are still learning about the game. So yes, do not hope to see like Miracle level play or Nisha level play, but you can see Slack level memes in this lobby.
Yeah, don't worry, dude. Buds is pretty much no-tell in terms of position 5, but in terms of position 3, well, he's pretty much Buds. So, both ends of the spectrum here. Who knows? Halfway through the tournament or halfway through a series, although these are all best of ones until grand final, we might just see them switch it around, right? Like how it is for $10 each, Steam gift card. So I'm expecting some teams to might have to adjust as the tournament progresses, changing their hero pools maybe, changing their positions. And yeah, it should be. This is hopefully going to shape up to be a very interesting tournament.
I am so looking forward for the sabotages.
Oh
Looks
yeah,
so
me too.
fun.
I'm just gonna go through a couple of them right now and just point out a couple of interesting ones. So yeah, like the one you pointed out, there's this one called Immortal Supports, and essentially it's if the enemy team takes Roshan, they must give the Aegis to their position 5. That could is there any scenario where that could actually work for the team?
Let's see. Depends. Like if they actually, the problem is I don't think they know all the sabotages though. So that's how the game will turn out to be more, I don't know, fun, unique, because they don't know the actual sabotages, right? Like
Yeah.
they can plan for sabotages, but the problem is they don't know, and we have a lot of
Yeah,
sabotages.
I'm looking and I'm counting at least 30. I think 34 maybe. Damn. Okay. Okay.
Probably the maybe the only scenario I could think of where motor supports actually is beneficial is when they manage to take Roche quite early, and then it's still like the, I don't know, let's say 20 to 15 minutes mark, and let's say they have a, I don't know,
Like an
spread
ogre.
breaker, or yeah, an ogre, I guess, but an ogre is gonna have a hard time actually going to the fight, right? But you like, let's say you have spread breaker, or I don't know, winter wyvern, or anything with just attack. Oh yeah, with anything with just like a small amount of mobility and a big ass ability that can turn the fight, then maybe. Or let's say a warlock. So if they burst down the warlock, they still have golem afterwards.
Okay, okay, yeah, okay. I see what you mean. But like these teams, I don't think neither of them are aggressive enough, or should I say like mischievous enough to go for those early
Sneak in a
Roches
rush.
where the Aegis is on a support will actually make or break a team fight. So something like that could actually, yeah, it could really hinder their mid game performance, right? Like you win a team fight, you go into Roche, and you're like, if I take this Roche, I can open up the rest of the map with this Aegis. But then you suddenly remember, oh crap. Kinda gotta put this on my position 5 CM with 1.5 items by 30 minutes in. Good luck, man. Go take that tower. You go, girl. And that could really actually, yeah, that could actually screw up your game plan quite a bit.
So yeah, there are possibilities. Don't forget, we're playing Dota, probably like one of the most complex games in the world. So there are possibilities. I'm not saying there's a lot, but hey.
Yeah. Ban Hammer, your team gains 3 extra bans. These bans must be announced in the lobby before the drafting phase.
Okay, actually, I have a question. So we have this sabotage, right? And do we have a distribution of the spy point beforehand? Because let's say we want to use Banhammer, so are most of the group stages not sabotageable? Because technically, beforehand we don't have we only have a best of ones.
Well, all the teams start off with a certain number of spies, and as they complete contracts that they select before the game, kind of like with the battle pass right now, they gain spies, and then they use these spies as a resource to buy sabotages. And I'm pretty sure at the start of every game, the admin gives them time to consider what contracts, what sabotages, to attempt or buy, and then the lobby progresses from there. And I'm pretty sure even in
Right.
this in the best of ones they will be sabotageable. So like it's still a captain's mode. So they still gain 3 extra bans for this game. If they went for
Right.
that, right? For all those who aren't sure what spies and sabotage is, it's essentially a um it's inspired by Midas mode, where you had to spend money to buy heroes to pick. But instead here, where we have a bunch of, as you already probably heard, rules and contracts and sabotages the sabotages are the ones that you buy, and they are rules that will apply to the enemy team for the entire duration of the game. And the contracts allow you to gain spies, and the rules are just random events, I guess you could say. Like, it's a random roll, and it will add a unique modifier onto the current game. So we are still waiting on the teams to make some decisions, I'm guessing, about the contracts and sabotages. Although right now I don't think they have that much in terms of choice, right? Like, they only start with, I believe, 5 spies or something, which isn't enough to get some of the, well, which is enough to get most of the sabotages, but you might just want to save your spies, eco them, if you will, and use them at a time when it really matters. And I guess that's a call for the team captains to make.
But at the same time, it's the best of one, though. Like, either you go all out, or you're very confident in your skills. So, like, you know what? I don't need to put any sabotages. I will play this fair, right? But at the same time, it's a best of one. So there's always going to be that chance of you just losing straight away, right? And like, what's the fun in SAS without actually sabotaging? So, like, we may see teams just going all out in the first round. Who
Yeah.
knows? Like, don't forget, like, this thing is this thing is a beginner's lobby, right? And if you go to like CS, or if you go to Valorant, or any like shooter with economies, the lower brackets, people tend to not save. They just force buy every single round. So maybe we'll find some some connections there, or no? I don't know.
Yeah, okay, I mean, I see your point, but this is also an upper bracket, right? Like, this is the upper bracket. None of these teams are facing threat of elimination yet.
Granted, yeah.
Would they rather, like, save the spies and the sabotages for when, like, their back's against the wall and they just desperately need that extra edge to make it through another round?
The question is, have you ever played a low elo Valorant and CS? I've always played low elo in both of those things.
I am a
right?
proud silver 1 in CS:GO.
Yes.
So I have absolutely
Every single
played.
game, they always force buy. I don't know. That's just me personally, right?
Yes, that is also me. I am also the one who force buys every round,
Yes.
man.
See? Force buy equals more fun. The problem is, are you aiming for the fun factor or the win factor? Because, like, I'm guessing a lot of people will go to, win factor, but you may never know. Like, if you see Midas mode, people use their stuff quite frequently sometimes, depending on the team. I mean, you don't even have to look that far away. If you see the recent Omega League, one of the teams literally walk 5-man mids with their courier and just to show off. So we will never know how things will turn out in these kind of games.
That is true.
But yes, while we're waiting for some of the setups behind the scenes, let's read out some of the other
yeah, sure. Let's
sabotages.
go over some of the other sabotages.
Cold Feet.
What is that one?
Ooh, Cold Feet. Okay, so Cold Feet. A select enemy hero cannot buy boots for the duration of the game. That's
Ooh,
that's actually
that's
a level 2. It doesn't cost a lot. And let's say you have a jug, it doesn't have boots. Just like think about it. Jug without boots.
that
That
is
by drums and Yasha.
Yeah, like that is a huge one actually.
Oh wow!
Just denying the enemy that kind of mobility, something that like every hero will get, even a position 5. That's dangerous. That could potentially just win you the game. I'm looking at another one, and it's the enemy team cannot skill their ultimate ability until level 8. That you're effectively delaying their power spike by another 2 levels.
But I do still think Cold Feet is much more powerful. It's throughout the whole game though. If you have a CM without the boots, he's gonna have like what 300 max movement speed with like 1 windlace. Yes, arguably you can buy 4 stuff or I don't know drums, but can you even reach that like goal as a CM without boots?
I don't know, man. These sabotages are definitely something to behold, and I'm really looking forward to how our teams are going to play around some of these sabotages. Both the team who uses them and both the team who gets the sabotages applied to them, because we might see some really off-meta plays that are actually big brain just because of how these sabotages are going to affect the game.
So yes, this should be fun, but we have to give props and thanks to Slacks for inventing Midas mode. We're slightly influenced by you, so yep. Shout out to that guy. Even though I can assure you, everybody in the stream marathon knows him. Fun fact: if you never pay attention, Slacks is a huge person. Like, he's really big. I've met him once. He's twice my size.
Oh wait, did you meet Slacks that one time he was in Melbourne?
Yes.
Oh, you
the one time
lucky duck. The one time OG played, right?
Yeah, I was there, and yeah, the guy's huge, and the guy is actually very I don't know, approachable in a sense. Like this is my first Dota tournament ever, right? In my life, and I was just sitting down there, in like I think it's not the front seat, but like middle or something, right? And literally 5 minutes in after the tournament started, after the host finished, hosting, the guy literally sat right next to me. I was like, "Fuck!" It's like, Slacks. Like, hello. I was like, hey. So yeah, shout out to him. He's actually approachable as heck, and I actually have his signature on my keyboard, which is Slacks, and he tried drawing a brewmaster, but it just looks like I don't know, like a smash rat. But aside from that, thank you.
That sounds
literally.
That sounds like
Slacks, right?
Yeah, that does sound like Slacks. So we just came through. I just came through with I just heard news. Sorry, not came through, with what the. Hold on, how do I put this? So the 2 rules that are being applied to this game are Cheese Factory and 6.88A. Right?
Ooh, so, is that the hoo-ha patch?
I have no idea. Cheese Factory adds an extra win condition where you collect a stack of 2 cheeses to win the game and recruit 1 extra spy.
Oh, Roshan's
So
going
that's
to be very...
Roshan
Oh,
twice.
wow. No, Roshan 3 times, because first there's no cheese, second there's cheese, third there's cheese.
Oh wait,
So...
yeah, you're right. That is gonna be a long game. 6.88a. Each team must have a full-time jungler until the game timer reaches 10 minutes. Oh boy, we are in for a good one.
Oh, this is gonna be spicy.
This is gonna
Okay, so let's think about draft, right? So we have cheese for Radiant. I'm just reading. Cheese factory for... Oops. Cheese. This is very unprofessional, folks. I am sorry. I'm reading everything. Well equipped for that.
Well, okay, so yeah, well equipped is one hero must each buy a Sanj, Yasha, and Kaya. So they have to have all 3 items, or like their respective upgrades in their inventory.
Oh,
and like if
but
you
like one of them is enough, right? One of them's enough, right?
No, or you have to have all 3. You have to have all 3.
No, but like you don't have to upgrade any of them, right? So
oh no, yeah, you can
like...
just have like yeah. So it's either the item itself or the upgrades. And you have to have all 3 of the items, or like the upgrades, or like any mixture. So okay, and then onto the sabotages.
Wait. Question, Cage. Is the cheese factory and 6.8a for everyone? Or just
yes,
for
so those are the
Bio
rules
rating?
that apply to this entire game. So yeah, so both teams have to have a jungler,
Ooh.
and both teams have that extra win condition.
So do you think Ursa will be picked, or Ursa will be first face ban? Ursa is like probably one of the best win conditions in the game, no?
I mean, sure, but if we're talking 3
Not the jungling
Roshans,
part.
right? If we're talking 3 Roshans, does it really matter that you get the first one a little bit earlier? Wouldn't you rather just be a really strong team in the mid game and monopolize Roshan
Yeah.
for like 20 minutes straight?
Yeah, that makes much more sense then. So probably AoE spells that can contest Roshan quite easily are going to be the thing in this game. So your Warlocks, your Magnuses, your Voids. So fighting around Roshan is basically a death sentence if you try to contest them.
Yup. Okay. Yeah, pretty much. Onto the sabotages. So we have both teams doing using basic intel on the opponent. And that one, if I recall, is the one about where the opponents have to tell you where they are. Yeah, like they have to tell you where they are, and you can ask twice, right? Wasn't that it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So basically, anybody on the enemy team can literally all chat. Like, let's say Jung's all chat Fark, where are you? And Fark literally has to all chat him back. I'm in this thing, between this and between that. So basically, they have to reveal themselves. So don't forget, if you're revealing yourself, chatting takes time. So that's going to be a big factor. So once you know they're chatting, you have to start looking for him because he's gonna be AFK. So that's also a factor.
Yeah. I think it could, like, if I think you save it for when you think someone's gonna go gank, right? And then
when you're smoking, then you ask. When you're smoking.
Okay.
Definitely. And you have to be like, let's say you roughly know where they are. You're like wrapping around the jungle, let's say. And once you're walking up, then you have to type it out. So I think a strat that people can actually do is copy paste the stuff they want to ask first. So let's say Mayhem, Buzz, Shadow, Jungs, and Quirky has one player on the clipboard all the time. So Crystal has Beastmaster, Full Metal, etc., etc. So once they want to start the game or execute the Sabotage, you just Control V, done, and then you start joining the thing. If the enemy team isn't as big brain, they have to type it out. That's like a few seconds of AFK. Dude, it was like 70 minutes, and it's the carry.
What if you do it in the middle of a team fight?
Oh,
What if you do it in the middle of
that's
a team
also
fight and
good.
you specify that
Oh,
one guy with the big team fight ulti, go screw yourself. Stand there and tell me where you are.
oh, that's actually so good. That's actually so good.
Like these are some big brain plays that the enemy that the teams could both be making. But speaking of the teams, we have our lobby
Yeah,
coming
we
up
are
right
starting.
now.
We are
We have the
starting. Let's
draft.
go.
Let's go, boys. Welcome to the first draft of the Dota U SCA Spies and Lobbies tournament. Let's
We
get
have
this show.
Minguins on the Radiant and BeastMaster on the Dire.
Oh damn. Oh damn. We have a Death Stare and a half yelling Beastmaster as our banners. I know which team I'm already supporting.
Okay, we got a first ban, Doom, from the Radiant. Do you think this ban actually has something to do with the rules? Or is it mostly just
I
they don't
don't
want
think
to
it's
play?
got anything to do with the rules per se, since it's 6.88a. Doom doesn't really jungle anymore. Like he can't really jungle.
See,
And
they banned the Ursa. I have a feeling they think they actually are planning for the thing,
yeah, they probably.
for the cheese.
So does the win condition
See?
mean like it's like if you win with the cheeses, then you get an extra spy? Is that the rule, or like is it if you get 2 cheeses you win?
Ooh, actually, let me read the read out the rules. I just want to make sure with technicality. Let's see.
5 seconds remaining.
Extra win condition. So no, if you have the cheese, you just win.
Wait,
It's extra win
seriously?
condition.
So like that third Roche is gonna be, you just have to contest it. Like if you
Yeah, you have to.
yeah unless the cheeses get used, because if you use the cheese, then there's no stacks of 2.
But it's not. I don't think it's worth it though. Like literally, like it's half a
No,
win
but
condition.
what if you
don't use it?
Yeah, but what if you use the cheese and then you just win the game the normal way? Like, what if you use the cheese and you can immediately win the game, right? Like, you don't want to drag it out and like bet
Depends
on.
on your position though. Like let's say you have all your towers and the enemy doesn't have any towers, right? Like just wait for it, no? Because you have full control of the area of the Roche. I don't know.
Maybe I think
Depends.
this rule is gonna put a lot of pressure on the team that loses map control first. Then, judging from
Even
what
more, yeah.
we've said.
See, banning on Magnus, banning on Winter Wyvern. I have a feeling they have a fixation on Cheese Factory. We have
Okay,
the cancer
first
of
pick
this patch.
Vino.
The first pick,
Classic
Venomancer.
SEA, just perfect representation of SEA over here. Just completely toxic.
So, do you think Venom's probably one of the best flex picks right now, right? You technically can play him as a 5, you can put him as a 3, which is like arguably the best. And,
Yeah, after the nerf,
you can also play mid.
after the nerf, it is a bit harder to play it as a 5, cause like as a support, just because like you're feeding away a lot more gold. The wards cost more mana, so it's less sustainable, etc., etc.,
They
etc.
let the fuck Rubik go. They let the fuck Rubik go. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
But like already from the Vino, right? That's a lot of good steals. You're happy if you get any of the of his spells, right? If you steal Plague Ward, especially Plague Ward, you effectively get Vino's passive as well, which is pretty big. And yeah, like the Jakiro, another great hero to steal from right now. Maybe Team Minguins might just not understand the full potential of Rubik. I'm looking for them to pick something for the next 3 heroes that have less spells and are more oriented around their last hits, like the right clicks.
I know BeastMasters jungler now. I know BeastMasters jungler.
Wait,
it's
no,
gonna be the
yeah, is Minguins jungler Vino? Is that what they're thinking of?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. That's also a possibility. Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
But the problem is jungle Vino, right? It's slightly harder to execute than jungle Legion Commander, literally. So we may see a lot of misplays. Oh, about Sven. I don't think Sven has anything to do with the rules per se.
No, I think it's just a strong hero that they want to deny from Beastmasters. But yeah, so far like the Rubik pick, or like it's already a deadly hero on Fark, but then paired against the Vino and a Jakiro, like as a Rubik, I'm happy stealing from either of those heroes. But
Yep.
Moving back onto the Legion Commander pick, if that's the jungler, does that make Rubik the position 3 offlane?
10 seconds remaining.
I don't. Yeah, that I don't think so.
5 seconds.
Rubik is so easily punished though. Like you put a Jakiro in the lane, right, and like just one other thing, you're just dead, no? Like especially if they have a safe laner that can actually follow up quite easily with a Jakiro.
Fire team ban.
So they're banning the AM and Prophet. So Prophet is maybe a ban on the jungler, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think
Right?
they're looking at Team Minguins and they're thinking, we don't see your jungler yet. We're gonna take away maybe Lycan as well, or
10 seconds remaining.
one of the other heroes that conventionally used to jungle. Like Lifestealer, not so much anymore, I don't think, because they've reworked how Feast works. And so, like, since it no longer deals damage based on, like, the enemy health, it might not be as viable as a jungler anymore. I'm... Actually, what if...
Is Bloodseeker viable in the jungle? I actually
I don't
know.
think so.
I
Not from
haven't-
level 1 anymore, because your Q doesn't give you, life. It
Yeah,
doesn't give
so
you
now
life
your
from...
E.
Yeah,
Your
but
E gives you life.
then you have a passive level 1, and that's I don't think you're that desperate to win, personally.
But like why I'm suggesting Bloodseeker jungle, right? Because like let's be honest, the jungle is gonna be kind of shit because you know the jungle is just not good anymore, right?
True.
In this patch,
Yeah.
but Bloodseeker can offer a lot by literally only having a passive and a W, and his W now, right? It costs like 80 mana and just 120 AOE pure damage. So you can jungle with your Q, with your W and your E effectively if you have a lot of clarities, and if you stack them properly, you technically can. So
I see your point.
and then you play the secret utility Bloodseeker. It actually can work because you're not gonna have a right clicker from your jungle, right? So Venom could work, Legion could work, but like there's not a lot of options when it comes to jungler. Well, Enigma's also still there, but yeah.
I'm
Why
looking
somebody
at
banning
chat,
Enigma?
and they brought up something that I was also thinking about. What about Enigma for Beastmasters?
Oh, the classic, also another cancel hero in this patch, Spectre.
Okay, so now that they have Spectre, I think they might not wanna. Anyway, wait. Oh, I just remembered. Keep in mind, during all this, there are the sabotages and the contracts that both teams are looking to complete as well.
5 seconds remaining.
So Radiant has 2 contracts, Counter-Strike and 1 for each foot. Counter-Strike is, if I recall, it's essentially what it sounds like, right? You plant a bomb, but in this case, a bomb is a ironwood, not tree, like the ironwood branch. They just drop it somewhere on the enemy side of the river,
10 seconds
and if
remaining.
the enemy doesn't find it in 10 minutes, then you get the reward, and you announce when you've placed the branch. Right? Like,
Ooh.
so far with their heroes, I don't see any hero that would go and put it somewhere weird. So maybe they're not thinking about that contract too much. And then they have the 1 for each foot, where a single hero has to build 2 boots. And maybe I see that with Underlord, like a phase boot, mana boot Underlord.
Maybe. Or yeah, probably. Wait, but can it be brown boots or does it have to be full boots?
I think it's just 2 boots, but like if you have 2 brown boots, you're better off upgrading
you
them,
might
right?
as well, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And like
Probably
sabotages.
Tranquil plus something, because the regen from Tranquil is still really big.
Yeah, that's true. True. Maybe Jakiro can go Tranquil Mana or something like that. But yeah, looks like lineups are taking shape. We have what looks like an LC jungle Rubik position. Maybe it's an Undying offlane. Maybe it's an Undying offlane coming out from Beastmasters, and then Rubik position 5. That sounds slightly better than a Rubik position. Rubik in the offlane, right? Less harder to zone out.
Yeah, pretty sure. Ooh, a jug. Oh.
Okay, so we're still what? It's Vino jungle, Underlord position 3.
Yeah, Vino jungle. But the problem is, the offlaner in Beastmaster is gonna have a tough time, dude. Like, how do you solo against a jug and a jack?
Yeah, I don't think you do.
You
And
don't.
if you're undying, you don't have a way of catching back up after you've been completely dumpstered in lane.
Like honestly, get an Enigma. Put the Enigma on the offlane. You just deny the range creep every single time, and then like bring the Equilibrium close to your tower. At least you can get something from that, and just put Undying on like +5 and
Rubik mid, yeah, yeah. But
Honestly, I would prefer
do the
that. I
teams
would prefer
have
that.
the players with like can the players like adapt so like
Quickly.
can,
That's
yeah,
the
can they
question.
change their like whole lineup so drastically? I don't think so. I don't think we can.
I don't want to see Undying all alone against the Jug and the Jakiro though. Like I just don't like it.
Hmm.
Like they're punishing this jungler meta kind of hard with a Juggernaut, with a Spectre.
Yeah,
not so
and
much.
they
What can
like
we
I
do?
like the draft from Buds actually. Yeah, like the Underlord can solo lane and he can farm back up. So far I don't see any way for Beastmasters to do that with their offlaner. Even the LC isn't exactly that great at like catching back up, right? Like if I would have liked to see either team pick up a Darkseer, like that's the, you know, that's the epitome of offlaner gets completely dumpstered in lane but gets one item and is full impact.
Radiant team.
But yeah, it looks like both
Who
teams
do you
have.
put on mid though? Maybe if they do get a Doxia, right? Who do you put on mid?
I think Rubik.
Rubik.
Yeah, Rubik,
Yeah,
right?
that's the only way.
Yeah,
But I'm pretty sure Fuck has dibs on Rubik though.
I think so too. I think it's too good of a tool on Fark for you to give it away. But I don't know. I think this is shaping up to be a very easy win for Minguins. Unless, you know, but at the end of the day, Dota 2 is a game where you make a lot of mistakes. Um, who knows? Who knows? Maybe we have a completely wrong read on this. Maybe they're gonna lane the Spectre Undying against the Jakiro Jug. And
Oh no, wait. Yeah, no. Basically, at this point, you just put the offlane on the safe lane, no?
maybe
Always,
that
because-
could work. We just play League.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just play
You just
League,
actually just play League.
top lane, and bottom lane. There's no safe lanes anymore. It's just top lane and bottom lane.
Okay. Okay. Just to make it more league, can you ask them to to change one of the?
Yeah. I'll ask the
legends?
admin real quick. I'll ask the admin real
Yeah,
quick.
we-
No, change
We're
the
just
rules.
playing league at that point.
Change the rules. Okay. So yeah, it looks like both teams yeah, but like it does look like both teams are settling down and both teams are looking to just find the mid for their own lineup. And we have a Sniper Death Prophet ban from Minguins and a Husker ban and whatever the second ban is for Beastmasters. Looking at Team Minguins, what do you think will round out their draft? Which hero would you like them to pick?
Radiant team pick.
I really like the draft though. It's so easy to execute. Probably just one big team fight spell. Just like So okay, let's say they
How
have
about a DK?
offlane. You just have mid.
How about a DK for
DK,
Team
yeah.
Radiant? Like they already have decent tower push.
Seconds remaining.
And yeah, I think DK might round it up quite well. I think that goes for both teams. DK can fit well into both teams. But
less so on Beastmaster. No? Ooh, a puck.
that's a
See? Yeah,
Junkajitsu puck. Okay.
That's the AoE that I'm looking for, because don't forget, as much as DK is nice, right? You're gonna be fighting for that Roche. I can assure you that for sure. Oh,
Yeah?
wait, Beastmaster doesn't. How does Beastmaster contest Roche then?
They don't have a single good Roche taker on their team. They don't even have that good team fight into Roche.
Oh, maybe Undying's Tombstone. I can't
Yeah,
see
but
anything
doesn't
else.
Jug just like spin take it down, and then you'd have to commit duel, and then meanwhile like the Puck Vino, Jakiro Underlord just like wreaking havoc on your team. And looking at the Radiant, right, Minguins, Spectre ulti doesn't do very much. There's no squishy backline that Spectre can just eviscerate, you know? He jumps on the Vino or the Jakiro. They're both tanky. They're both like gonna just turn around, dump their spells on you, and probably still live.
DK, you're correct, my friend.
Okay. So here we go. The first lineups for both teams for the first game of the tournament. keeping in mind our sabotages, basic intel on both teams, forcing them to reveal their position twice per game if asked. How much you want to bet that one of the teams is gonna forget to use the sabotage? Like, you know?
I don't think so though. I don't think so because like this is like I don't think they're gonna forget it though. I don't know why because like they're gonna be focused all on the memes because that's one of the biggest aspects of the game. I don't think they're gonna forget. I don't think so.
True.
That's where
How
I'm
about
putting
we
all my
just
odds.
alpha up and like at the start of the game, we just ask both times. We just establish our dominance. You know, we don't need to know where you are for the rest of the game. We just chose these sabotages to screw with your heads.
Maybe, but yeah. Aside from that sabotage, what are all the other rules and all the other sabotage?
So,
just for recap for all the viewers.
There's a lot of sabotages, and we have been asked to not reveal the rules, just because we don't want the teams to be able to prepare for them beforehand, like with strats or anything. But the sabotages, I can talk about a couple more. There is one called, well, we've already talked about Banhammer, we've talked about basic intel. One that I think is going to be a huge part of the game is one called lane reveal, and that's for each pick during the drafting phase. The enemy team must announce what position the picked hero will be played in.
Right. I think we have a slight miscommunication. I'm asking about like for this game.
For this game, sorry.
Yeah.
Sabotages this game. So we have the two basic intels. Those are the only two the teams picked. And then we have...
We have keys and 6.8a. Is that it?
Yes, that's pretty much it. We have those are the two rules, and then the contracts we've already discussed a little bit. Just give me a second. I'm trying to fix the fog of war here. There we go. Checking. Let's just go through the starting items on both teams, shall we? Just a quick look at the mid matchup. It's gonna be a bit of a snowfest, not gonna lie. That's my prediction. DK, looks like he's just gonna go for that quick soul ring. Right, quick soul ring, has the salves, pool tangos, etc. Meanwhile, Puck looks like this is a double null talisman build ever since the change. On heroes that spam spells, this has been a default build. It just gives you enough mana regen that as long as you're not like spamming it like your life depends on it, it's gonna go fine. Bounty runes, looks like Radiant does come out with 3, with them being able to secure one in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, let's look at our junglers actually, right? That is what's gonna be different.
And a Venom.
Ooh, an Orb of Venom on a jungler? No Quelling Blade?
Why?
Is he gonna jungle, but really he's just gonna roam? Maybe?
Maybe, because there's not exactly a rule, right, for junglers. As long as you just don't stay in the lane, you're a jungler.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much how League does it.
And also a passive on a Venom at level 1.
Neither teams are very experienced with junglers. Keep in mind, these are new players, I guess. They're not very sure what jungling means. You know, like they weren't there when junglers in Dota were a thing. And sure, they picked the right heroes for it, but they are definitely not building correctly for it.
Well, at least LC has started jungling. Oh, the Venom is jungling.
Yeah, this is...
That's kind of... that's actually really cool though, because technically you're denying the pull, but never mind, there's no supports with Spectre.
Yeah, but also, like, this means that you are around to just constantly pressure the Spectre. Like, you're jungling, but I can come up and just stick a rod up your ass whenever I want to. Right? Like, unlike this LC, who's just, you know, in her own jungle, I can, at any point, come up and just threaten your position 1. Your LC has to walk all the way through, all the way, past the mid lane, past my own jungle, before he can threaten my own position 1. I think this is a really smart play from the Radiant, from Team Minguins. I say that as Vino walks back into his own triangle, but I think the thought was there. Meanwhile, mid matchup going pretty even. Oh wow, okay.
We missed the first blood.
We missed the first blood already. On
Oh,
one lane that I didn't
think
think was gonna die that quickly. Actually, looks like
Crystal Mayhem overextend probably. That's the only reason I could think of.
most likely. Doesn't look like any, like Rubik didn't even have to use his Q, like it's still available. So it yeah, must have just been an overextension from Crystal Mayhem. However, it does look like bottom lane is shaping up to our kill lane. Top lane is just gonna be Underlord against Spectre. Spectre's gonna have a tough time there, right? The Underlord's just naturally gonna bully her out of lane, especially without a support in those early levels. However, looking at the CS, it does look like they are just trading farm right now.
Yeah, for Last and Deny, everything seems to be alright. But aside from the lanes, right? Can we take a quick look at our junglers? I kind of want to see the junglers.
Our junglers, I mean, they're just playing World of Warcraft PvE, right? Looks like Vino was just targeting the small camps. I see. I see. He was just rotating through the map, taking both teams' small camps. And I guess he's now gonna just rotate back top.
Alright, so... well, like, when you say Spectre is not going to have a squishy target to go on, right? You may be wrong.
LC!
Legion? LC? No?
Gets away by the skin of her teeth, and she does end up going back for that, Quelling Blade. Okay, so she does understand the importance of it. I don't understand why she started with the Orb of Venom. She's not gonna be hitting anything.
He wants to cut the creeps, dude.
Oh, LC. LC?
LC?
Oh.
LC, well, that's it? No?
Oh.
No, LC's gonna be alright. She's just gonna go back to the fountain, I can assure you that's for sure.
Meanwhile, off lane, in the bottom lane, not much happening. We got the two supports trading. Jug seems to be topping the CS charts, but followed closely behind by all the other cores on both teams. So doesn't look like either team's really pulling ahead yet. In the mid lane, we see that DK going for that quick bracer to tank up against the spell damage coming out from the puck.
What do you think? What do you think about bracers like this patch?
Bracers,
like, I don't know, it's a small play.
I don't.
Garbage compared to what it used to be.
Yeah, I definitely
really
don't
garbage.
find myself going for it as much anymore because the magic resistance isn't there. But on certain heroes like Centaur, where like you know, like you still rely on your strength a lot, I still do go like double braces into a cloak, just so the double edge hurts that much more. Meanwhile, 5-minute bounties. Looks like the puck will rotate bottom, grab the river one, and looks like top is gonna be secured by Buds, and that pretty much means 3 bounty runes going the way of Team Minguins again. So they have gotten 6 out of the last 10 bounty runes. Wait, no, 6 out of the last 8 bounty runes. Quick maths. Let's check how our junglers are doing in terms of net worth. Okay, pretty much to be expected. Ooh, Vino's blocking off his own income source with these wards. Just very sloppy play coming out from both junglers, and I am digging it. Honestly, if you told me to go jungle right now, I'd probably make some of the very same mistakes that these two junglers are doing.
But like, I mean, the patterns for junglers is basically just go for a small, medium, and then you go to heavy once you think you're strong enough.
Yes, but these guys don't know that. I used to
be one of those filthy junglers.
Oh.
I used to be. Remember when Necro's Heartstopper used to affect Ancient?
Were you one of those?
Yes, I was one of those. I was one of those back when I was like 2K.
Meanwhile, DK ulti committed mid. Looks like he goes on the puck.
There's no mana on puck. Attack move? Ooh.
Ooh, if he attack moved there, I think he got the kill.
He would have definitely died. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. But with DK form up, it looks like he may just try and take down the tower. Oh wait, no, never mind. He's gonna go keep CSing.
He's just gonna fly around. Surprisingly, Spectre is keeping up with the farm. Underworld is not denying a lot. Can we see the last of the denies? Yes, Underworld only had 6 denies. Wow. I think Bud's not playing this.
he's
not
shoving the
playing
lane in, which is
Underlord.
allowing Spectre to actually get CS. What he should be doing in this
Yeah.
matchup is absolutely just freezing it and clicking the Spectre every time she walks up.
Ooh, this is not a good play from Underlord. And don't forget, if Spectre at least gets a decent amount of farm, they have a jungler Veno that doesn't have any items.
Oh wait, no, jungler is going to... Vino's actually just gonna go for the...
Yeah, but okay, the Veno has items, to say the least, but the level though...
That's true, she
Level
is
2
very
at 7
squishy.
minutes. Level 2 at 7 minutes.
10 minutes. At 10 minutes, I think both of these junglers will just get time, right? Surely. They just both get time. And then they can fight. Meanwhile, we miss another kill. Oh! Spectre haunts in. Doesn't actually get any kills though, because Crystal Mayhem did die before the haunt came in. Looks like Jug's gonna be able to get away scot-free. Omnislash was committed with 0 effect, it looks like. Undying and Rubik is gonna be low and walking back to base.
I don't like the build that Shadowban is going. It's Brown Boots, 1 Wraith Band into a Javelin. The stats are gonna be so much efficient at this point because that extra attack speed and that extra damage from Omnislash is going to be far more worth it. Especially like Javelin has been nerfed quite a bit from 110 damage to 80 damage in recent patches. So not exactly the best build that I would like as a judge. And maybe Beastmaster is going on a better build on Spectre.
Beastmaster, the Spectre? Yeah. The Treads Drums build.
Yeah, Treads Drums.
I am keeping an eye out to see which one of Radiant's players are going to be building that double boots.
When will the double boots be,
Oh, it looks like it's gonna be Jakiro, the Tranquil Mana boots that we talked about. Oh, however,
yeah, okay.
Puck is just gonna commit that Dream Call and he is just gonna
die.
Okay.
There's a lot of miscommunications there. The Puck goes in and just Dream Calls, and none of the teams actually came. Like they just continue farming on the lane. So we're almost up to the 10-minute marks. Hello? Kate?
Hello? Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, the stream just went AFK for quite a bit. So yep, we're almost hitting the 10-minute mark. So the curse of the jungler are going to be lifted. We're guessing we're gonna be seeing an instant tome and maybe trying to take some lanes because the Jug can actually just go jungle at this point, I'm guessing. And the LC has been going back and forth and back and forth. Junglers, you may leave the jungle.
It does look like Rubik took Dire's tome. He's just flipping off the LC and saying, you know what? Stay level 4.
and the Miss Grammar. So you know, welcome to SEA. Thanks God. This is what you always get in SEA, right? Every time you try to speak English, there's always going to be that unique SEA flavor.
Jug does go back for the treads. Looks like he is going to rotate out of the lane, possibly providing it for... Doesn't actually look like any lane's freeing up for the Vino. He's going to stay in the jungle for the most part.
Nobody's taking top lane though. Spectre's just getting free farm.
Oh, does look like Jug is on his way there. Does look like he's on his way. Except he is 2 levels behind the Spectre. I think Spectre can actually just man up on him, right? Like, you just run out of spin with your dagger.
So they are playing towards the strongest hero at Buns, but the problem is they're not backing Buns up with any other hero.
Yeah. Level 5 LC literally does not damage the Underlord one bit. Underlord kind of just shrugged off the right clicks.
Though. If Rubik gets the Underlord's Q, that could be a big source of damage in this team fight right now.
Absolutely. Even the root is gonna last longer than the Underlord's. Oh, big soul decay, big fucking soul rip coming out from the Undying, bring the Underlord low. However, with no follow-up from Dire, from Team BeastMasters, it looks like Underlord just walks away. Has a salve queued up, and with the bracer and soul ring, looks like he's just gonna regen back up. Gonna stay in this lane, and not sure what their game plan is right now. Ideally, you should just take the top tower, right? You've already chunked it down to below half health.
They may want to put pressure on other lanes, though. I may be guessing from what they're posing, right? Because I think they want to just push with Jakiro and Underlord, and maybe they're thinking that the bottom lane is much more valuable than the top lane. Maybe.
Okay, but
I can't see the reasoning behind the rotation though, but it seems that's what they're doing.
okay. Although I do, like, you know, I know Buds, right? I know he understands that he should be taking the enemy safe lane tower first. So I'm surprised that he, as the offlaner, you know, as the hero who usually dictates what objectives his team is taking, like that first objective, I'm surprised that he just rotated bottom and you know, it has been sitting here for the last 2-3 minutes.
I maybe that's a call from Shadowbender because I've coached him for a few games, right? And usually what he does, right, if he doesn't have a free lane as a carry, he asks like the offlaner to take the lane or like somebody else's, and he tries to pick the freest lane. I don't think that's the best play every single match, but that seems to be his go-to play for now. Okay, we have a go on Mango at bottom. And also a tombstone drop with no follow-up.
Bit of miscommunication there, probably, from between Full Mental and Mango. Meanwhile, mid, it looks like there was a bit of a skirmish. Both Radiant heroes brought low. However, looks like no one's really gonna fall. Puck on 0 mana though. I would really like to see him get a couple of mangoes as well, just so he's gonna clarity himself twice. Interesting maneuver. Just because we told you to buy 2 boosts does not mean you have to do everything twice, but it is what it is. However, it does look like this decision from Shadowbender to rotate top is kind of paying off. He is... Hold that thought.
And they're trying to go on bot.
Oh.
Do they have enough damage? The Uber?
Oh! Rubik does... Oh! They do have enough? What the fuck? What the fuck just happened? And Radiant's gonna pick off 2 kills off of the back of that, trading 2 for 2. Except it's a jungler and a core for a jungler and a support. So I think Dire is very happy with that trade, especially since one of those kills went onto the Spectre to accelerate her that much more. She's closed the gap significantly now between herself and the Jug. Hopefully with this death, Buds is gonna start looking towards the top lane. Once they take this tower, the map opens up for the Jug, and he's just naturally gonna get more farm. But that all depends on them being able to take that first tower. So this TP is gonna be crucial. Where's he gonna? Oh, he looks like he's just gonna walk.
Okay, but Unlock didn't have his Vanguard back then. I think if Unlock had his Vanguard, he could have turned at least. Because right now, yep. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Sorry. Is Dire? Did Dire do take the contract where they flamed their teammates? Because I swear they didn't, right?
I have to check. I'm actually not quite sure.
Because they only took the well-equipped contract, which is just the like triple sword contract, right? Why are we? what is this flame? Bomb has been planted. Oh no! Where?
Can we try to find?
It would have been on the enemy side of the river. It
is an iron branch.
Oh,
right?
oh, yep. Oh, it is quite hidden. Actually, no, it's not. What if they walk up this tree and they're holding ult? They just see it. I think DK was just trying to. Yeah, DK looks like he is just looking for it. Oh, Undying may just spot it. Oh, he does. He finds it.
Bomb has been defused.
Oh no, that contract now goes to the Dire team then. However, during all this, we did miss the mid tower being taken, and it looks like the top tower taken. So, Team Minguins is opening the map up for themselves as we discussed.
Maybe that was the play. Maybe that was the play, right? Like because the contract only gives you extra spies, right? Afterwards.
Yeah, which is no use if you're eliminated.
Yeah. So they basically took the time to put the bomb, and then they use all the space to get mid and top.
That's a big brain play coming out. Anyway, middle looks like we have some action. Stolen Dream Course from the Rubik! Oh fuck! That pick is already paying dividends. Meanwhile, Vino ulti thrown out, barely hits onto anything, and it's only the DK. Falls as well. Fuck, just absolute impact in these fights. Spectre gonna horn in as well, onto the Jug. Jug still looking for an Omni slash target. Gonna turn around, start clicking the Spectre. Meanwhile, Jakiro falls, not after throwing off. All these ultis still stolen by the Fuck. However, that's not gonna prevent the Spectre from falling. But dude, Fuck has stolen 3 ultis already this game. He's stolen Underlords, Jakiros, and Pucks. That's insane. This man's Rubik unbeatable. However, Spectre does end up falling. Trading 3 for 1 though. I don't know how Radiant feels about that. Overall, I think they're happy. Their 2 highest farming cores are still, you know, decent chunk ahead of anyone else in the game.
Oh, a Dream Core into only an Undying, sadly. And Undying breaks the thing into a spin from the Jug. And we have people trying to focus the envelope, which is useless. Follow up by the bug. Can we get a kill? Okay. So that's Dragon Knight down.
A series of quick kills from Radiant as they just fight back.
They can just take tier 2 at this point. No creeps though.
No creeps. And are they gonna go look for that win condition? Oh, Puck is thinking about it. However, he is just gonna go move over to top end, push that team out.
I do think Dia has that contract. Dia has the flame contract. I'm pretty sure.
I was not notified. I was not notified of this.
It's either that or they're embracing the SCA branch of Dota Uni perfectly. This is how the typical game goes, so, you know.
Interesting, interesting.
Okay, so from that one last team fight, Radiant managed to yoink a 5-kill lead.
Looks like even the admin's a little bit confused about whether or not they have the flame contract. We're just gonna make sure. Oh, looks like we have everything a standard SCA lobby has. We have the pauses, we have the flames, we have the weird ass junglers who don't know what they're doing, and we have K-pop. We have some weird late game lineup versus some weird early game lineup. We've got it all here, boys. And looks like we have someone who just got a call.
So yes, this is the typical experience from SCA servers in general. Not just Dota Uni, but like when you play an SCA server, this is the experience you will get. A combination of bad English, disconnection, flaming, but there's a slight discrepancy, right? Like in this lobbies, we don't get an unpause most of the time. Okay, but yes, they do have the contract. So yes, it has been confirmed by the admin that they do have the contract.
They do have the flaming contract. Okay, okay. So they weren't just embracing the spirit of SCA. They were doing it for their own gain. However, meanwhile, they are looking for a go on the Underlord. They switching targets over to the Jakiro, and Elysian gets the most honorable duel of her life. You know. When you see that juicy 1 health support about to be A-clicked, you just gotta do it. You just gotta do it to him. Other than that,
and
the exchange
has an Invis rune. This could lead to something.
This could. He knows that they don't have this warded.
But none of his team is actually following up.
Pardon?
None of his team actually was following up from the Rubik. But yeah, that aside, let's check some of the items that, some of the builds that they are going.
So,
do keep in mind, they do have the Yasha, Kaya, and Sanj thing, right? Or no?
Yes, they do. That is on Dia. So oh, quick kill on the Undying, it looks like. Pit into spin. I am curious who is gonna build it, because Kaya's not that good on Spectre, right? Like, if anything, maybe the DK would like all 3. Like Sanj and Yasha into, or like Kaya and Yasha into Halberd?
We already have Yasha on the Spectre, we just need Kaya and Sanj. And yeah, Sanj is probably on the DK. Kaya, maybe Rubik, that's the only thing I
think you need all 3 on the same hero though. So, which hero on
Wait,
their
what?
team
Really?
would... Yeah, you need all three on the same hero.
hero?
So a hero must each build all three, so they have to build all three. Meanwhile, Vino's gonna get gone on, lift into another very, very honorable duel. However, this is gonna start to add up. Only 20 so far, but surely it will just continue to rise as he continues to get these man-on-man fights, the manliest of fights. However, 5k net worth advantage for Team Minguins at 21 minutes. They have to be feeling quite good. I am looking to see how they are going to translate this into objectives. As I'm saying that, the bottom tier 1 falls for Team BeastMasters.
Question, Cage, about the rules for the double boot, right? Do they have to buy double boots first, or as long as they have double boots shortly in the game,
I think it's at any point in the game.
Right, so from the Dia, I think Fark is making double boots. Or is it only for...
no, that's only a contract that the Radiant picked up. So the...
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so it's a contract for Radiant, not a rule for the game.
Because he's queuing up Tranquil. I thought he was going to make 2 Tranquils.
Double the regen, am I right?
I mean,
Shame the
that used to
movement
be a
speed
thing
doesn't
at some
double.
point. That actually used to be a thing. At some point. I can't remember which patch.
Surely
used
not,
to be a thing
right?
where
You just
where
have some guy running at max move speed with 3 Tranquil boots?
No, like you just have 2 Tranquil just because the regen was so high. I can't remember. That was a single
Okay,
patch
no,
where you
now that you say that, I do recall something of that nature. Whenever patches like those happen where you build 2 boots or like 3 pipes, I just kind of stop playing Dota for a while and just move on, because those metas ain't for me.
Yeah, at some point, like the stacking of treads and the stacking of Dragonlance. The Dragonlance was a big thing though. Stacking.
Oh yeah,
Dragonlances.
that was so efficient when it first came out. I remember being in my high school science classroom, reading about Dota, and that was the first thing I read. And I was like, no way, right? Like Meepo stacking 5 Dragonlances and 8 treads was like the go-to build.
I think the worst patch for me personally, right, was the Hoo-Ha patch. I think it was 6.83 or 6.82.
Oh yeah, the
where
troll
every
sniper.
single hero, if you put like Sanchinyasa and Muscle Madness, you just automatically an automatic Tombstone and ulti by the Undying into a Spectre ult by BeastMaster. They are currently going on runs.
Jakiro is just gonna get singled out by the Spectre, but it is like we discussed, it's taking a long time. Meanwhile, in the main team fight,
The whole team.
oh
and then
no!
the Venom ulti
Oh,
from
Vino
top.
ulti counted. However, he's gonna pay for that with his life. The healing ward's gonna keep most of Team Radiant very healthy. Both supports have fallen for Team Radiant, and so far only Rubik is falling for Dire. Undying in trouble. Will he be able to walk out of this? No, he will not. Goodbye, Undying. However, it looks like with the 2 support trades, both teams will just back off. I gotta hand it to Fuck, man. He stole. Oh, wait. Saying that, DK blinks in, stun onto the puck. However, it looks like they have just
I
overstepped.
think they just got baited.
Yeah. Fuck though, stolen 4 out of the 5 available ultis on the enemy team.
Do keep in mind, even though it is flashy, right? The result from the resulting damage wasn't very high though.
That is
Which
true.
is worth it. Let's say he would have stolen like unload spell, right? That could be better. They're going on a Spectre.
She walks back into the root. Puck is patiently waiting for her Dream Core to come back. It is back up now. Let's see what he can do with it. Illusory orb in,
nothing.
and it looks like everyone's just gonna disengage. All right, pack it up, boys. Let's go home. Let's regen up, and let's win the game. Doesn't look like either team's actually very focused on the cheese strategy. You know, like Roshan's just sitting here, minding his own business, still on his first life, waiting for this game to end so he can go back to his family. But, you know, getting ignored. I think he's happy about this, you know? If I was just sitting in my pit all day, waiting, just dreading the day someone walks into my pit with like 6 items on their back and starts beating the living daylights out of me, I wouldn't be having a very fun time or want to walk out of this pit either.
I do feel bad though for Roshan. Like, he doesn't do anything right unless you disturb him in the first place. He just like he wants to sit in his house and then he just wants to chill.
Yeah.
And then like motherfuckers coming to the house sitting there cheese. It's like,
yeah, you kill the man, you take his one thing that he owns right now, and then whenever he does, oh wait, looks like it's just gonna be a quick pick off. Dreamcore committed. I don't like how the puck is constantly at such low mana. I really feel like he should manage that better. First item Ags after the blink also feels kind of iffy. I feel like he needs like that Eul's Scepter just to save himself against like well, they don't have many disables, and I feel like Eul's will let him be elusive enough that he just never has to really worry about dying if he doesn't overstep his overstep his ability potential boundaries. I don't know, English is not my first language.
Neither is it for me. But okay. Back to the game, right? Coming back to the far place, right? For me personally, as a guy who kind of likes to spam Rubik, I don't really like stealing massive ults just to show off those sometimes, because I prefer to have that Firestorm or that Pit of Malice, because you kind of want to cast stuff over and over again from the side of the map, because more often than not, right, like a Venom ult or I don't know, a Jakiro ult, even though it is yes flashy, but sometimes a low cooldown spell has much more benefit throughout the game, like just you living longer and casting more spells.
Yeah, that's true. If it's not like a black hole, right? Like it's most likely not gonna just win you the fight single-handedly. However, if you steal like say Ice Path and you have max Arcane Supremacy, that's almost an extra 50% time spent stunned. That ups a 2.5 seconds stun to almost 4 seconds. Yeah, that's huge. So that's huge if you can get that off of multiple heroes in a fight. Meanwhile, smoke up from Dire. They're gonna run into the entire Radiant front line. Oh, 3-man Dreamcore by the puck. Immediate DK form pop by the DK. Turn around, beats the shit out of the Vino. Already 2 players have fallen on the side of Minguins. Underlord trying to fight the entire world by himself right now. Jug still looking for an Omni Slash target.
1v1 on the Spectre, but sadly, nothing happened to that. But Jug still has Omni Slash.
Oh no,
Ooh,
unlucky.
So
all he gets is a support for it, and with the lift from the Rubik into the duel, it looks like he is gonna fall. Puck comes in trying to save him, but to no avail. The Radiant looks like they just have to try and get out. They just have to try and get out. They don't have a choice. Underlord gonna start his ulti, but
Puck is gone.
Puck's out. Oh no, no Puck.
Oh no, miscommunication.
You've missed your fucking ride. There goes your 5-star customer review. Oh no. Who's to blame here? Who's to blame here? The cab driver or the customer? Who's gonna get their 5-star revoked?
I think it's the customer.
Oh no, he just fucking ran back into the enemy team. That was not the play.
He thought he was making a big brain play, but sadly no.
No.
But okay, yeah, that team fight, right? I think why Radiant lost that hard was because Shadowbender was so focused on just going on that Spectre, and he was trying to get a duo on the Venom, bottom lane.
Ooh, if he just, you know, hit him a couple of times before committing duel, I think that's a mistake a lot of novice Legion commanders make. They just get so focused on like, oh, I have to duel them, because I have to kill them in duel to get like this bonus damage, that they don't think about like, you know, like they're not gonna die immediately. If I hit them a couple of times, it'll increase the chance of me actually getting the kill in duel, right?
Yeah,
but they don't think about that.
Between the CC factor and the, you know, the duration. Like, what do you think is much more important right now, and when do you have to cast?
Yeah, for sure. And like, if you had a Rubik with the Pit of Malice and the lift, like it's a Vino. He's not gonna go anywhere.
It's a Vino.
Yeah, exactly. So
and
shout out.
Scenario, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, just a public service announcement for all those legions out there. Just don't duel immediately, you know? Think about it. Are they really gonna leave if you don't duel immediately? If not, maybe just hit them a little bit. Does look like...
back to the team fight, right? Like, Shadowbender was so focused and like just tunnel vision on the Spectre, just right-clicking her slowly. Okay, a duel again on the bottom, but this time on the butt, so there's literally no damage being taken.
He does have that Uber if he wants it, but he has to do it soon. Alright, it doesn't look like Radiant's gonna have to lose a Bloods.
Ooh, Rubik has the Uber.
Ooh, that's the second time he's stolen it, although I think it's a very niche spell for a Rubik to have, you know? Like, he'd much rather have literally anything else from the enemy team.
I admit nothing but my sadness that you.
However, I'm looking at the items from Dire and I'm still not seeing, you know, all 3 swords. Looks like DK is gonna start making some moves in that direction. Meanwhile, Radiant, you know, they've
We're
already
missing a
completed
Kaya,
their
though.
contract.
We're missing the Kaya.
Yeah, he is. I think surely he goes Yasha Kaya, right? And then get the Halberd, because you don't want a Bloodstone as DK, right?
But
Man,
what
right?
if they're saving for the 17-minute Trident? That's the question.
Oh, he's betting it all on getting that Trident.
It's like honestly, for me personally, Trident is probably the worst item in the game.
Oh, for
in terms
sure.
Of, like,
for sure.
In terms of like tier 5.
Every other item, you get it for free. Trident, go fuck yourself. Pay for it. America. Capitalism. The cheese factory is still like 0 attempts, you know? Like, they don't even have the option available to them right now if they wanted it. No cheese yet. Still first, Roshan. Undying going for the mech into pipe. Yeah, Guardian Greaves into pipe. I can see it, like, lots of gradual, like, lots of...
None of them actually use the thing, though. None of them actually using the asking for where you are.
That is true, like, we said that neither team will actually forget. Oh, hold that thought. Oh!
Oh, hold that thought. Rubik ulti! Rubik
Oh!
ulti! Oh!
Cancelled! Spectre's gonna jump around, but he's not gonna be able to jump away from his death. Tombstone committed. Far from the fight, it's gonna have to force the Radiant Heroes to actually commit onto this Tombstone, and it looks like they will destroy the Tombstone, but will they be able to catch anything else? Undying looks like the next... Oh, cheeky TP out, cancelled by the Underlord route, and that's gonna be a 3-for-0. The Radiant taking an extremely clean fight off the back of a catch on the Spectre Rubik combo.
No, so how the teamfight goes was it's literally just Venom walking into Spectre accidentally and then getting listed by Rubik. Like they thought there was just a random Venom, but it was a pop from the smoke. And then Mango
What's else he doing? He has 3 teams dead. He has 3 teammates dead. What's he doing? Get out, get out. Oh, Buds knows he's strong. Except he's also fat and slow. So instead he's just gonna hit this tower that can't move away from him. You know? It's like that one kid in school. Always want to find people to play with, but no one wants to play with him. I was that kid. You know? Fat and ugly, except I was just skinny and ugly. Oh, it looks like as team captain, it looks like he's gonna make the call. Cheese Factory's gonna open for business? Yes? No? No?
No?
No?
No?
No?
Oh.
Dude, come on, man. I think Buds. I'm not sure. Buds, is he lactose? Maybe that's right. Maybe that's why.
Maybe that's why.
It does look like.
They should really put like chat wheels for Costa. I'm trying to use my chat wheel. I can't put any chat wheel. I have
That's...
That's the perfect thing for this right now.
Oh, LC trying to get farm, but spotted out by Buds, but nothing's really gonna happen. Just gonna walk away. Looks like Team Radiant's really trying to get active on the map. You can see them, you know, they rotated top, grabbed that tower after that team fight. Mid doesn't have a tower, they pushed it in, and it looks like they're now going to situate themselves in the triangle. Very, very alpha move, as Buds is going to just cut this wave under the tier 2. 0 fucks given. He's like, come get me if you want me, boys. I ain't scared of your weak-ass nuke. Repair kit already committed despite the backdoor. Dude, this man is just walking through the tier 2s. He does not give a heck. Meanwhile, Undying gonna get coiled, breaks it, dies. Spectre, Haunt, in. Can he find a target? It doesn't look like it. Vino ulti hits absolutely nothing.
Nobody hit no one.
However, this Undying is solo zoning out 3 heroes. LC blinks in, but now he's on an island. Quite literally. As he dies in exchange for the Vino, Jug has to commit a spin. Still a fat one, however, and his Omni Slash up. It does look like this Undying, this Underlord is just so goddamn obese. Look at him. He's tanking a tower. He's tanking a Spectre. He doesn't care. He's like, I've had my cheeseburgers, sir. They were delicious. I am now gonna just tank your whole team. But Radiant finally remembers, hey, look, there's a tier 2 here that we can't actually take either. Dude, this Underlord's actually just having the time of his life. Look at him. He's just trotting around, taking tower hits, but you know, he's 100% health. He doesn't care.
How do you kill the Underlord though? Do Daya has anything to kill the Underlord at this point? I don't think so.
No Vessel, no Blink Dagger on the Rubik. I don't know about that. The Scotty might help a little bit. Does look like Jakiro's gonna get caught out of position and die. Underlord, you know, he's fat, but he has no brain cells, no mana, can't really help out his two-headed friend. Maybe the two heads had more brain cells that he could have borrowed.
Would you rather have the Spectre go Skadi or Diffusal? I actually kind of prefer Diffusal this game. If you manage the mana burn the Underlord until like he doesn't have any mana,
I think
he's
with
basically
Diffusal though, he
free.
just dies, right? Like they have so much damage. Without like a bit of stats, he does just die. So I absolutely understand where he's coming from, because he has to like walk in and hit. He doesn't have a choice if he wants to deal damage. So I guess that's why they're going for this Skadi build, and can't really blame them.
Underlord's almost 25.
Underlord's 25. The LC is like, looking at the net worth charts, his top 3 is the Radiant, and like the top 2 is leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else. Ooh, BKB forced by the DK. Radiant's gonna be very happy with that, as all the Minguins just kind of waddling around. You know, like we just baited out your BKB. What are they gonna do though? I'm hoping they do something. Man, this Underlord trotting really makes me happy. It's just so happy.
Oh, Cheese Factory is going.
Cheese Factory. Shadowbender, he's like, screw you, you lactose captain. I'm gonna fucking take this cheese. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Roshan, come here.
Where? Oh, Paladin is all. I was just trying to figure out where is Juggernaut's last thing from. It's like, oh, it's Paladin, so that's why.
Although I don't know how much I agree with the Crimson by Buds, right? Like, Spectre clicks, sure, but like, I guess he has the pipe as well.
Effectively nullifies undying damage to 100% with the tombstone stuff.
Yeah, so that's true. But like, usually with the zombies, you're not. It's more the slow. Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought he whiffed the coil, but no, coil onto Rubik. Looks like that's gonna be the first casualty to fall. Duel onto the Vino before he gets ulti off. This could be big if they kill him. They can't kill him. He gets the ulti off. Meanwhile, they're standing in the middle of a Jakiro ult as well. Like we said, Spectre really struggling with killing this Jakiro, just doing no damage. Tombstone gonna be quickly taken care of by the Juggernaut as well. DK caught in the middle of 3 Radiant heroes, 3 Radiant cores, and is just gonna get melted and shredded. The 2 supports on Team Minguins will finally fall, but at what cost? At what cost, sir?
Maybe you should.
This Underlord just does not care. Look at him. He's just so goddamn beefy, man. This guy's a whole ass Big Mac. Like, he's just got 2 beef patties with 2 extra beef patties on the side. Chunky boy.
Australia, if you guys are looking for sponsorship, we're open.
Yeah, McDonald's Australia, hit me up, yo. Look at this. Spectre's like, I'm gonna click you, and Underlord's like, yeah, I know, I don't care. Man's insane. He's going the Shivas next as well, so now it's even less damage.
I don't know if Daya can come back from this game. How do you come back?
20k net worth advantage for Radiant. You know, Radiant Daya has that Spectre, you know? Oh no, not like this. Not like this. Beastmaster, what are you doing? You're in no man's land. He is just gonna dagger out. No extra catch on the Juggernaut. He is not going that Abyssal Blade. Kinda surprising considering they don't really have much catch, you know? Like he doesn't have much catch, and they're
shit to the Jug if the Spectre decides to fight though. A Skadi, a Manta, and a Mjolnir. Nobody's gonna kill the Jug. He has 3.4k health with 34 armor. How do you kill that?
There's just a bunch of thick boys on Radiant, man. They've all been beefing up for the gym, from the gym, actually. If I've heard correctly, Buds has already beat the Elite Four. Illusory orb trading from both teams. I feel like Yunkajutsu just has it in for this Rubik. He's just like, screw this guy, I'm gonna ult you every fight. Because I think I've seen him like solo ult the Rubik for the last 3 Dream Coils? Oh no. DK gonna get his courier killed. Gonna break the coil. No true sight. Where are the true sights? Hello, supports. Where you at? They're not there. Vino once again gonna get dual. Jakiro ulti laid down. Tombstone as well. Stolen Dream Call on the Jug. He's also gonna break the coil. but he does have Aegis, so like he's not worried at all. Meanwhile, Spectre struggling to kill a position 5 jungling Vino. At the same time, his team's just getting shredded by an Omni Slash. Vino finally falls, but now Spectre finds himself alone. But is the Jakiro the one that's alone as Spectre turns on him and says, "Man up, bitch!" They don't even get to pop the Jug Aegis as DK hits the dirt. I don't know about this. This is looking very, very grim for Radiant, for Dire.
They don't have any damage at all.
Ooh, oi, like all 3 of Radiant cores just do not give a fuck. They're like every time the supports die, but that's okay. It's for the cause. I'm sure is what the cores are telling them right now. It's okay you two died, guys, because we are gonna win this game. We are gonna get $10 Steam gift card, and you can wipe your tears with the receipt. Spectre's gonna TP back in, but I don't know, what can you really do here?
What do you do? You just throw a dagger and nothing else. Nothing will happen. They're just pushing and without contesting. I don't think they can come back from this game.
It is gonna be a hard road if they try. Like, this Underlord is kind of just... You know, we usually say that he would have been on his own island, you know? So isolated. But really, he's the fucking mainland. He's the mainland. His team's on the island. Look at this,
like
man.
Australia, right?
He's the whole ass continent.
Like, people think like Australia's like isolated on the corners of the other, right? But no, like we're just like a huge chunky ass boy on the bottom.
We are chunky ass boy. Still not as chunky as this Underlord though. Shivers, Pipe. Look at this. He's got a 60% magic resist and a 71% physical resist. What the hell are you gonna do against me? Oh,
and Venom's just gonna
looks
make
like
it fought the easiest, but
yeah, Reno's like, we're gonna throw for the content. I've been watching Gorksy. He does this all the time, boys. I'm gonna do the same. But yeah, I don't know how you kill this Underlord. No magic, like no vessel on the other team, so he's just gonna 45 HP regen casually, you know. Like any damage you throw at him, it's gonna be decreased by over 50%. That's before damage block from like Crimson Guard and evasion from Heaven's Halberd and magic block from Pipe of Insight. Like, this guy is...
He's not gonna die.
Yeah, like you don't bring every hero to the fight and spam every spell on him, he's not gonna die. And if he doesn't die, his team's tankier. And if you throw all your spells on him and on the off chance he dies, then the rest of his team comes in and cleans up. Look at this! Look at this! I think Dire kind of knows what's up. They're trying their best. They're trying their best. They're gonna try and take a chunk out of this Big Mac if they can. But Juggernaut's here and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna take a chunk out of you. Give me that juicy, juicy meat. And 2 falls on Raid Dire as Jug just kind of, you know, shreds them.
That's okay.
And he's just gonna march it down mid.
Radiant's just mentally destroyed at this point. Like, not Radiant, Dire.
Yeah, like this. We were worried that like Dire would just fall behind and never catch up, and it kind of looks like it's what happened. Like they were even in the early game, but then once they fell behind, their lineup just like either their lineup or their team just didn't really play from behind well, and couldn't get any kills actually, so might not even be on them. Rubik's just gonna die, and EK can't even get a single kill before he falls, and it looks like the first game of the day is just gonna go in the way of Team Minguins, with a chunky Underlord who has gone, who's an 11-1 Jug and a 7-1-18 Underlord. I'm very curious to see how much damage this fat man tanked. Oh wait, is this a comeback? 3 have fallen on all sides. Spectre, buy back. Is this a comeback? It does not look it, boys. Pack it up, boys. Pack it up. False alarm, false alarm. GG, well played.
Minguins won the game. And you were correct, Gage. Nobody used the...
No one used the...
Just wasted one spy.
Sabotages
for no reason.
once. Not a single time. Come on, guys. You guys literally just played a regular game of Dota 2. Alright, let's just have a look. I'm very, very curious. 91,000 damage. Tanked by this Underlord, man.
How many of it is reduced?
That's more net worth than either team has. He reduced 61% of that.
Oh my god. Alright. So, when are we gonna go for the second game?
I think we are gonna have a quick break.
Okay.
And then second game will come on at... I actually have no idea. We'll get back to you when we get back to you. I think it shouldn't be more than 10-15 minutes. So stick around, boys, if you want to see more of these Chungus gameplay. Actually, I have no other words. That was just Chungus, Chad, thick. All right.
Right. So yes, we'll be back after a short break. Don't forget, Macas, call us if you want a sponsorship. And for all the viewers, yes, I hope you guys enjoy the game. Sorry if we made mistakes and stuff, because first game, but hey, second game we're gonna do better. It's gonna be more fun, and we're gonna have more sabotages. I hope some actual usage of sabotage instead of spending one spy point and not using it at all.
Yeah. So Radiant did complete their contract though. The double boost on Jakiro was completed. I'm just gonna double check, see what other contracts they had. I think
And BeastMasters technically did do their contract also. There's a Kaya and a Dragonite.
was also the Sanjin Yasha.
Sanchiyasa and Kaya on the
Okay,
Dragonite.
so they did complete the
he's
contract.
actually hoping for,
Radiant did fail the Counter-Strike contract, so that means that the Dire team does get the Spies for foiling their plans.
right.
So yeah.
So the total spy counter should be... Do we have a spy counter?
I don't think we have a spy counter. I don't even know. Okay. We will get. I guess we'll just update those at the start of each game, right? Like we'll just let the viewers know how many spies, the current two teams have. And yeah, we'll talk about that from there. Until then, break time. See you guys in the next game.
Cheers.